Oh, hey, you're finally here. What'd you think of Empathy? She's pretty cool, isn't she? Let's get back to the project we're currently working on. They're bleeding the brakes on the Mustang right now. So we're over here at Kent's shop. It's where we currently work out of. This is his 66 Mustang we're currently working on. Yeah, here's that wiring harness I said I fixed. Put all this new stuff down here. We got the new ignition relay, like down here, and then ran it up around the back of the firewall instead of actually running it underneath the rad. I like it. It's pretty cool. It looks a lot better. We're gonna double check to make sure it works, but as you can see, we got most of the stuff done on the board. Enjoy a cold keystone. That's one of Dustin's. I just noticed that was on there. But all we really got to do is grease the U joints and check trans fluid and check the diff fluid, but we can't check trans fluid until we get it running. Gonna have to set the timing, and we're gonna double check some of the wiring and get some oil up to the top. So you said you wanted to see how all that was done, so we're gonna walk you through it. Right now, we've already checked the amount of fluid we got up here, so we know we're good on that. He's back in the far corner. So with this brake system, or any old brake system, you want to start from the farthest from the master cylinder. So when you're bleeding your brakes, you know, you're up here in the driver position, the master cylinder is up here on the driver's side. Underneath that is actually your master cylinder, and you want to bleed the farthest away, which would be passenger side rear. And the next one you're going to do is going to be driver's side rear, because that's the next farthest away. And then the next one you're going to want to do would be your passenger side front, and then you would bleed the driver's front. Let's go pick on them for a minute. Lots of pumping.
Hi. I'm just gonna fall off.
He just needs to go to the gym more. Gym, beastie.
Okay.
Ah! If you feel the need, you can lay underneath and go check it out. That's where the dirty stuff happens. I know I'm a little bit of a princess. That's why I let Scotty do the dirty stuff.
Lord. Hi.
You want to go poke Scotty with a stick? All right, we can go poke Scotty with a stick. It's your fault. You're the one who said we could. Let me go find a stick. You watch him. All right, now since they bled off so much fluid, they're having to reload with more fluid. That's what he's doing right now into the master, and he'll get back to pumping and getting some more air out. Let's get back to what we were doing. I know. We're just watching you. What makes you think we're gonna poke you with a stick?
You have a big old stick in your hand.
I think we're busted, but
It's all just air bubbles. Stop it. Ah. Right round. Stop. You fucking just jabbed me in my asshole.
stick. He was laughing. He enjoyed it.
All right, one more and it should be good because there was like one bubble and then it was straight fluid. All right, we'll move to the other side. They've just been trying to get the air bubbles out of this one line. Exactly. You get it. It's the noise it was making.
Oh, let's go see what they're doing on the other side. This is not very interesting, but all right, you hang out over here until they're done with the brakes, and then we'll go start doing the electrical stuff. Cool? Okay. All right, so I'll move you over here, show you what we're working on. We're connecting the batteries right now, and once we get the batteries on, the battery in, then we're gonna check to make sure we got good power over to this guy, make sure the new stuff we added in works, crank it over, and we're gonna get oil up to the top of the motor, and then we'll start messing with this. See if we can get some fire. Whoa, the wipers work. Why are the wipers on constant power? Wipers should not have constant power. That tells you how bad the wiring is on this. We're just checking the ignition relay we added in over there. Are you sure you got your firing order right on this?
Could be.
What is the firing order?
1542637.
Hey Google, what is the firing order of a 289?
154263778.
Oh, it's cute. You got the little tabs on there. I didn't even notice. Remember, they thought it was weird that one came out here, went to flasher. We decided to power it because we decided in our utter brilliance is what we should do. They didn't know why the fuck it would come out here. That's what you get when you get shitty wiring on a car. Weird shit that happens. The flasher wire comes out here. So this engine hasn't been fired up in a while. So before we start it, before we start working the ignition system, we're gonna crank it over to get oil up to the top of the engine, make sure everything's lubed. It'll also help us get fuel up to where we need to. Basically just healthy all overall for the motor. That way when you first fire up, you don't get that instant impact and it just hurts the bottom end of that motor because there was no lube. You ready to crank her over for a minute? Try it, see if it works. So we're gonna tighten up all the wires on our solenoid. When we wired it, just didn't tighten things. This happens when you wire and it's like 18 hours after you don't remember where you're at. And I thought I did a once over. I just did not check that. Well, while he fixed the ignition, I'm gonna turn you off for a minute. All right, so we got a little thing we gotta fix here. You can see this hose right there. I'll show you this side. Yeah, it's got that kink in there. We gotta fix that real quick. We don't want to fire it up and have some issues. So we're gonna fix that real quick, then we're gonna crank. All right, so we're just getting ready to crank again. Attempt number 3. We looped a wire back that went to nothing, or I didn't know what it went to, and fixed those. I want to crank it for a second. Stop. So what I like to crank it like twice. Let the oil get up there, let it kind of seep down, and then we're going to wait about 5 minutes, and then we're going to crank it 2 more times, and then we're going to let that seep down, and then we're going to try and start it. I can let you just watch the engine, but let's wait about 5 minutes and we'll be right back. We're going to go ahead and hook up the ignition system, see if we can make things go boom. We're trying to get some fuel up there. One of the two. You stand over here and hang out. So we've been doing a little troubleshooting, and we figured out it's a fuel pump. We're gonna run to the store. You guys want to run with us? So let's head that way in a sec. We're gonna have you guys ride on the roof, because honestly, it's just way more fun up here. I wish I could ride on the roof sometimes. No fuel pump here, O'Reilly's. No look at parts thing. Who figures nobody in Great Bend would have parts for a 66 Mustang? No fuel pump, and we're back to the shop. Well, we have a new fuel pump on it because he found one in a box in his back garage out there, back shop. So he had the parts. Justin's here to do some magic rewiring on the bus because we decided to catch plugs on fire. So we're gonna go head over to the bus and take care of that, and he's gonna work his magic parts. So let's cruise over to the house. Bus. Wombat. Hi. All right, we're gonna get started on the wire.
Like you should, like a glove now.
It's like its manly version of heat shrink. I paint so things are in focus for me. Everyone else can just share in my joy. Put it on upside down. Oh shit.
Find that piece of plastic, Scotty.
There you go.
Right there for a minute.
Give me a minute. Okay, I'll set the timer. Even though
I said a minute, I was just letting you know.
It took you a little bit longer to set
I could have knocked them
timer.
off.
You could have accounted for the time it took you setting up the
I
timer.
was doing Mississippi's.
Ooh, the only accurate measure of time.
He might have got like an extra second or two, but nothing to get. He beat it by like 10 seconds.
I got an attitude adjustment from Scotty.
Dude, I gotta tell you something. I can't like keep it anymore. Half the time when you speak, I can't understand a word you say. Like, not one.
Attitude adjustment.
Oh,
I speak him.
you speak the redneckery.
He spoke me for the last 40 years.
That sounds dirty.
It's always been gibberish. Did you just put the giant wrench on your belt too? Yeah.
He's got a
He's gonna carry everything on his fucking belt. Accessories.
accessories. Power! Power!
Here you go, pull this apart. Come on, get it apart, muscles. I'm enjoying watching you struggle. Come on, pull apart. You got this.
Pull it apart like you spank your monkey.
You got the wrist strength. Use those fucking magical wrists. Come on, baby.
Don't make a real man show you up.
That's all fucked up. Broken now.
Never usable.
Well, we got our power fixed, and I think we are gonna call it a night, so I'll miss you. Bye.